Today we're going to be putting this aluminum radiator in my 2001 Supercharged 4Runner. Oh, here it is. I have the stock OEM radiator, and it's just not able to keep up with this anymore. So when it's pretty hot out here in Colorado, it's like 90 some days, and going up and down mountain hills and passes, and it can creep up quite a bit. So we're gonna install this and see if that helps at all. Here it is out of the box. It's pretty thick. As you can see, this one looks about as thick, but when you actually look at the side of it, the fin and core is only like inside of this bracket. But this one is the whole way down is the same thickness, and it's a 3-row, so it's gonna have better cooling, and along with the fact that it's aluminum, that's also gonna help it out. So let's start working on putting it in. I'm gonna start by taking off the skid plate so we can get it draining as I'm taking apart other stuff. Just start unbolting the fan shroud while it's draining. Okay, we got the fan shroud loose, the upper hose off, the reservoir hose off. Now we're gonna work on the trans lines and this bottom hose. And yeah, then we just unbolt her and she should come right out. Freeze up that line, then we can pull the shroud out. There's the shroud. I have a upgraded trans cooler, external one. If you can see it. I'm gonna have to cut these off and so we can pull it out. We can loosen them all. That's when it comes off. Maybe not if I go slow. Guy. Lines are disconnected now. So last thing needs to be done is I gotta cut my trans cooler mount. A lot's happened since I picked up the camera last, but I'm gonna take the grill off to get the bottom 2 bolts for the bracket, but now she should just come right out. I'll get 2 hits for this. So it's out, and as you can see how much actual fins there are. You can see how it's thinner. It looks thinner, or the same size at the top, but you can see this is just gapping. You can see how that's like pretty much flush. So you can see the difference, definitely. So we're gonna test fit this one and see how it looks. I noticed something on the front of this guy. It's actually bent. You can see it on camera at the bottom there, which could have been causing issues too. So got it to fit in. Plenty of clearance for the fan. And we're gonna start hooking the hose up. I have read that this bottom of this will hit the skid plate, so we might have to do some skid plate modifying, but that's what you gotta do to fit a bigger radiator in there. So I got all the lines hooked up, put a little Teflon tape on the threads, so hopefully they don't leak. We're gonna leave it off and start it. We'll check for leaks, but so all those hoses are hooked up, and she's on there. Just gotta go ahead and throw the shroud back in here, and we'll hook up this top hose and start it and make sure we don't have any leaks. As you can see, we took it for a test drive. It definitely is keeping it cooler, and the transmission cooler as well. But we are running into a fitting issue with the skid plate. But it is only these ribs that it's hitting on, and this. So I have a little Dremel, and I'm just gonna cut these little sections out, and we're gonna slap it back up there. Verdict on the radiators, it's definitely keeping it cooler. The only downfall complaint I have is you had to cut the skid plate. You can see where I cut it there to get it to fit good, but other than that, it's flawless, and I would recommend it. But thanks for watching, and subscribe to the channel. That's it.